Getting at least who this dude killed his family?
Yes, so,
What's going on?
so what Ulysses said is there's this loser in Florida who had a pretty good job.
We'll say no more. Loser in Florida.
Right.
Yeah, he was a med tech. He was making money like hand over fist for
Okay.
the brief period in which he had this job.
This is guys. Is he one of those money cucks or?
What?
Yeah, the guys.
Oh, I
like,
thought you said mummy cups.
Oh,
not
mummy.
money.
It's not
I was
mummy.
really
Yeah,
confused.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, he was, in a sense, like, because he was making a lot of money, and he ended up getting fired from his job, and he was caught stealing meds, right?
Sure.
And he had like this big like court case against him, and his family had to step in and spend loads of money on like lawyers and like bail and things like that. And during that period, he became obsessed with the Bulgarian like
Cam girl, basically.
Okay.
And he had this online relationship with
Oh,
her,
shit.
if you can call it that. That'd be a Kool-Aid name back there. But
Oh, he can take the walls down easily.
wow, okay.
So you're not safe behind walls, apparently.
Yeah, so this dude was he was in a so-called relationship with her where he was spending $10 a minute to talk to her.
Jesus.
And he would talk to her like for like 4 hours a night.
Oh, okay.
So he very quickly burned through all of his money. And
Good God, dude.
he started taking out loans so he could have more money for this chick. Because he was convinced, based on their time chatting together, that she was madly in love with him and was, his one true love. And
Which was not true, because Ulysses was telling me that when he started getting desperate for money and didn't have enough...
she literally would not talk to him.
Yeah.
He would like message her on Twitter, and she would ignore him, literally until he would send her money again. So it would be very obvious to anybody with half a brain,
Right.
that she didn't give a rat's ass about him.
Right.
But this dude was I guess he was pretty hard up because he. Oh,
Damn, man.
I feel that jacked up.
You really can't hide behind walls.
No, but the more I can get him to destroy, the more room I have to move.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I like the way these boss games kind of open up for you.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. But yeah, so he eventually couldn't get more loans, right? Because he was blowing through his credit, and so he started stealing credit cards from his family members. The same family members who were helping him with this legal battle, and
Right.
he was living at his parents' house still. Supposedly he had a good relationship
Oh, shit.
with his older brother at the time.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
his family found out, and initially they were trying to actually help
Shit,
him. They were
dude.
trying to fund him going to an addiction type rehab clinic,
okay.
and that kind of stuff. But he was just so obsessed with this girl and was convinced now they were keeping her from him, and that it was all their fault that she wasn't coming to
chat with him for free.
Yeah. And so he decided to kill them. He decided to kill his entire family. He shot his mom, and then he waited for his dad to come home and shot him. Then he waited for his brothers and shot one of them and planted his gun on the brother to make it look like that the brother had shot the dad. And then he took all their credit cards and just left.
Jesus.
And not 10 hours later, he was spending all their money on this chick again.
Wow, dude.
And
That's
the police caught him very quickly because he left an incredibly obvious trail of evidence.
right.
And he didn't give a rat's ass about his family during the interviews with police.
That's just sad, man. That's really dark.
It's one of the most pathetic things I've ever heard.
Yep.
Is he dead?
I think we got him.
Probably not. Oh shit.
Oh,
he's
shit.
Oh, that's dead.
I think he's coming back.
dead. I like Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah. I never understood in the Humpty Dumpty poem Like, what the fuck were the horses supposed to do?
Yeah, man.
I understand all the king's men might be able to help, but they were like all the king's horses. Yeah, like horses have never put shit together ever. That's why we tamed them. Like,
well, maybe the horses were. Maybe Humpty Dumpty was actually really big and heavy, and they needed the horses to like move the pieces around like plows. You know.
I mean, I suppose that could be the case, but
I mean, that'd be a big ass egg.
I just feel like they didn't think it through.
True.
More than anything. Let's see. Miranda's abominable. Her deceit knows no bound. We're merely a bunch of failed Kadu experiments to her. I was just lucky I had more affinity to this stuff than the other poor schmucks in the village. She still calls me her son. What a joke. I'll never forgive her for what she did. Crazy bitch has never been right in the head. She can't see a difference between experiment and family. Miranda didn't just change my body. She took my dignity. If I don't kill her, then my life will never be my own. Still, she may be crazy, but she's also powerful. She could turn into anyone using the Mega Messite. The trick is that brat Rose. If I could access her power, then maybe. Speaking of the kid's dad, Ethan has a pretty interesting body himself. Maybe I could get him to help me out. She could turn into anyone using the Mega Messite?
Huh, that's going to make for an interesting boss fight.
And then that dude's checking out her body. I don't know if I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And ours.
Yeah, why is he looking at our body, man?
That's a good question, right?
Creepy.
What was the name again? Heinlein?
Heisenberg. Yeah, that's some weird shit, man. I just don't know. Some of these people, man, like, these, like, between like their crazy weird sexual fantasies and the internet has just destroyed some men.
Are you talking about the story from before or about the people obsessed with
No, I'm talking about the story before.
People.
because that's also a whole weird sexual fetish that people seem to have developed.
Right.
Which is
A character. I was gonna say
for
just
Lady
vampires.
Dimitrescu.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's more understandable.
They got
It
tits
is.
at
It
least.
is. No, you're right. It is more understandable.
I mean, they're not giving money to her. You know?
Yeah.
that's true.
Like whatever, they're just drawing creepy fan art.
Right.
Oh no, I did just remember why horses would be helpful for Humpty Dumpty. I forgot. Humpty Dumpty is actually about a cannon that fell off a wall, and they couldn't get the cannon back up. Then Lewis Carroll made Humpty Dumpty an egg in through the Looking Glass.
I kind of wish that he had kept Humpty Dumpty as an anthropomorphic.
That would have been kind of interesting. Oh shit, what the fuck does he have? Oh damn. Okay. Oh shit. He's like an inverted transformer, like he's like a person. Yeah, he's
there's like bits of flesh kind of mixed in.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy looking.
He's like, it's like,
huh?
yeah, it's like a transformer, except they start as a person and then turn into a robot.
It's like a Borg transformer.
Yeah.
There's a Japanese horror movie called Tetsuo the Iron Man.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That I think
Okay.
This is very reminiscent.
Oh,
of.
okay.
It's very much. We're all the way at the bottom now.
Delightful.
That bastard. And like, so what? Now we gotta just get back up there to have the actual fight.
I mean, we're gonna try our best to get back up there.
What a douche.
Are we gonna make our own mech out of flesh and scrap metal?
I don't know. He said our body's interesting.
Oh,
There's Chris.
I told you to leave it alone, Ethan. You are in the way. What do you
it's a
care,
weird
Chris?
thing in that suit.
You killed my wife, you son of a bitch. You think I killed Mia? That wasn't her. It was Miranda. What?
We just read about Miranda.
Yep.
He has a chainsaw tank?
What? Her appearance
That's pretty
and pretended
dope.
to be Mia.
He's got a tank, a turret, and a chainsaw on
He's
that
got a
thing.
bazooka on it too.
Yep.
Bullshit.
That's badass.
Why don't you fucking tell me right away? Because I knew you would want to be involved. And this job is hard enough without civilians getting in the way. Why us, Chris? What the hell is going on? All right, Ethan. All right. I guess I owe you an explanation. Hand me that wrench.
You gonna hit us on the head with it?
Why would he need the wrench for explaining?
like mechanic-based male bonding experience.
Nice.
Long
We should
story
have had a
short,
montage of that.
Miranda's fucking
Right.
insane. In this village, all these monsters and freaks, this is
So
her
if that
life's
wasn't
work.
Mia at the beginning, then what is
Some
Mia?
sort of crazy
That's a
experiment.
great question.
So she's fucking with the mold too.
Like Louisiana.
Well, we read that the connections basically created Evelyn based on something they found.
can't
here.
escape.
Right.
I can't do anything. That might not be true. Take a look at this. My men sent those pictures a few minutes ago.
I don't know what that is.
Keep looking.
Huh.
Rose.
Oh, she's got those.
Relax. My men are monitoring the situation. But
Your
they
men
have
are
my
kind of
daughter.
worthless, dude.
You don't get it.
Yeah, pretty much every other time we've
Chance against
seen Chris
Miranda
with
by
like a
yourself.
big group of soldiers, they all end up dying.
That's got a machine gun on it, too.
Yeah.
Stay down here.
I'm
Finish
pretty
planting
impressed.
Explosives.
Me too.
It's very Army of Darkness.
Yeah?
Yep.
We'll get your daughter back.
So there was that dude that built his own tank in a garage.
Oh, the Killdozer?
Yeah. Well, fucking
Yeah.
I love showing people that have never heard of it. Because it always
Right.
blows their mind that
Yep.
that happened.
All right.
Police literally could not defeat it.
Yeah, I can't remember what happened like the
He ran out
next
of gas
day.
eventually,
I
right?
thought what happened.
No, he
He plowed into a building and the ceiling like collapsed on him and his tank got stuck.
no. What happened was he
And
started demolishing. I think it was a hardware store, but he didn't know the hardware store had a basement. So the
it, like,
basement
fell in.
collapsed, and one of his tracks got caught in the basement.
Either way, I know you got caught in the
Yep.
building, and then after that, they were able to bring in welding torches to try and cut through the armor, and he shot himself.
Yeah, he shot himself. Yep.
Okay. See, to Hound Wolf Squad, sweep at the factory is complete. No proof of any connection with the organization. Guess this just wasn't our lucky day. I did manage to get my hands on a number of documents disclosing some of Miranda's experiments, which support our previous theories. She seems to have infected herself with the mutamesite, which has granted her a number of abilities, including mimicry. She can control her cells and transform herself to look like anyone or anything. She disguised herself as me and infiltrated the Winters' home. Her objective was clearly to kidnap Rose. Maybe she thought she could control her easier if she looked like her mom. When we attacked, it put a little damper on her plans, so she mimicked a corpse. She then revived herself at the transport truck, killed everyone on board, and took off with Rose. Things didn't go the way she'd originally planned, but she still got what she wanted in the end. Until now, it's time to rendezvous everyone, blow this place sky high. This might turn into a fight with Heisenberg, but I think I found something useful. He left one of his little toys laying around, and it's even made from a metal polymer composite, which he can't control. So I guess that's what this thing is made out of.
Okay.
Or
Man, I feel like Chris could have saved a lot of time by telling us all this at the beginning.
he could have.
Yeah.
He could have.
I guess he just really didn't want us involved.
Alright, so we're driving a fucking homemade
Metal
tank
power
around. Alright.
composite, huh? Time to fight fire with fire.
Yeah, yep. So we got the turret, we got the bazooka, we got the chainsaw, and apparently this looks like it's mounted on some type of motorcycle.
I think it's like some sort of industrial
It's like a-
lifting or
yeah.
bulldozer type.
Yeah, but this front portion looks like some souped up
It
motorcycle.
could be the headlight from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably
Go.
pieces of a
Go.
bunch of shit.
This is weird shit.
Yeah, it is.
Again, you gotta love the variety in this.
Right.
It's like a
Yeah.
fucking Mad Max go-kart.
That's a good way to describe it.
So we get like an arena.
Well, at least we've now, because Heisenberg's so fucking big. At least
Rocket.
we. Yeah, fire cannon, R2.
There we go.
There you go.
Fuck
And
yeah.
it takes a bit of time to reload.
Oh shit. This is awesome.
Yeah, damn, dude.
I was not expecting this in this game at all. Oh shit.
Got it.
Dodge, dodge.
It does take a long time for your.
You can defend with our tail and chainsaw.
Oh nice.
We got a cannon back.
There
Yep.
we go. Ooh, and we got that magneto power coming into play.
Yep.
This is insane. This is one of the craziest fights I've seen in this video game in a while.
Right?
Yep.
So far, of all the things I've played this year, this is my game of the year.
Oh, you can just when you blast him, you destroy his shielding, huh? Okay.
I would never have expected this fight.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting how Miranda's manipulated the bodies of all of the bosses so far, but they're all in like a different way. Because, I mean, think about how different, each boss has been. I mean, Lady Dimitrescu basically turned into a dragon.
And also, like, the mechanics leading up to the boss, too.
Right.
Kind of more classic, like, Nemesis kind of following you everywhere, Resident Evil character.
Yep.
And then, from that point, I mean, the werewolves are similar to the villagers in 4. You've got, like... I mean, it's like, I feel like this is almost even paying homage to how crazy 5 and 6 were, but also doing it, like, way better, too.
Yeah.
In a way.
This is the boss. This is like Quake 4.
Yeah, but...
Resident Evil. How much of him is left? It's blown quite a bit of it off. What is that? He attached himself?
I think there's a little spot on his side down there we haven't quite gotten yet.
Oh, I see, yeah, where it's kind of glowing red.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's the shoulder.
Right up the exhaust port. Yeah.
It's mostly just defense, I think.
I do like that chainsaw for the gun, like, with off for a weapon.
Yeah. Right. Well, when we're, I mean, if we can block them, we can get close enough to hit some of those spots. He does move a ton. Maybe you can't defend from everything, huh? I'm gonna wait till we got this.
Did he, like, get himself in there, or...?
I mean, because this game has no health bars, it's hard to say, but he does look like he's actually taking some damage, for sure.
God, this is so cool.
Yeah. That's a hell of an arm, dude. Better get out from underneath it, I would say. Ooh, nice. You're up above him now? Like, what are we... I can't tell what's going on right now.
He's like holding us up.
Oh, he's holding... I was gonna say, it looked like we were looking down on him.
Yeah, he's like holding us.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, there goes our dick.
Almost.
Can we get it back?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is bad news, dude. What the hell?
We gotta fight with conventional weapons now?
You better pull out something better than a pistol, man.
Grenade launcher. Oh shit, we don't have a grenade.
Oh, we do.
Oh, we do? Okay.
I don't know if they're... It might just be the flash.
They look like flashbangs.
With this guy? Honestly?
Yeah. Sniper rifle ammo. It looks like the flashbangs don't do anything for you as far as he's
They
concerned.
buy a couple seconds.
Oh shit.
For sure.
Oh shit. That fucking bitch. Well, you better buy enough time for us to start moving at normal speed.
Yeah, we're kind of limping right now.
Yeah. Shit, we got no health, huh?
No.
That's not good.
We got one pipe bomb.
2 pipe bombs.
And 2 there.
We burned quite a bit of our heavy duty shit on the propeller guy.
It was kind of necessary.
Yeah, it was.
We don't have shotgun either, Jesus. So it's just
The fact that they gave us the sniper rifle ammo makes me think the sniper rifle might be fairly effective
if you hit him.
if you hit him in the right spot, yeah.
So does this just kind of shoot him until he dies at this point?
I think that's our only option. Is that us? Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's not super surprising.
How far back is that?
I mean, we're on our... Oh no, we're in the tank again. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we started back, like, with no damage on him.
I never thought I'd see a tank that versus
Like this is it's so absurd, and yet I feel like the game built to it pretty naturally. I guess that's the difference between this and, say, Resident Evil 5 and 6, where this actually feels like it fits in with the rest of the game. And those games feel tonally inconsistent and very out of place a lot of the time.
I would like to see that weird stuff.
I do think we went back to the beginning of the fight. Yeah. Well, just from the recycled dialogue.
I think we did.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks is we don't have any more supplies. So when he knocks us back on our feet, which is gonna come, he'll pick us up at some point.
I really would have expected there to be a checkpoint.
Well, I suppose we are down towards the last of the boss battles here, so they're being a little less merciful than the game has been so far. I mean, this definitely, like, as far as the boss battles thus far, has cranked up the difficulty a decent amount.
I will say this first portion of it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first part is, and then once you're running around on foot, it's like...
That's like night and day.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. You do want to finish the
I do think that if you can get away from him, I think sniping at the red spots is probably your best bet.
Were there still red spots at that point in the fight?
Were there, Sage?
It might just be like a hit him in the face thing more.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we're getting picked up. We're about to get picked up. Yep. And this can't be avoided. Why, you didn't enjoy the ass rape we got? That's how prefer. Yeah, just the stress of being fucked in the ass by an ancient Egyptian god man.
I mean, that'll do it. Just move to that.
That boulder punching asshole, Heisenberg called Chris, which I think that's kind of hilarious that they even would reference the fact that that was a thing in their like most embarrassing game.
Hey, we got shotgun ammo again.
Oh, weird.
Maybe we just had some, but it's ours.
How's our health?
What do you say about OnlyFans?
You want to subscribe to Heisenberg's OnlyFans?
That sounds like a bad time.
There's probably worse out there.
Just give up. Flesh and blood will never
Yep, right, just in the face.
Okay.
This is indeed
You can keep him away from me. Because he's
Let's see.
having fun.
Are you having fun, dude? Yeah. I figured when they gave you the sniper rifle ammo, that had to be the key to doing some real damage to him.
He looks like he's hurt.
He looks like he might be dead. They're getting close.
Yeah.
Nope.
I like how more of the flash is kind of coming out.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It feels very good.
Yes, it does.
What's that?
Oh shit, he's got an exposed carburetor now.
No, it sounds dirty, honestly.
What? Exposed
Yeah,
carburetor?
talk about his exposed carburetor.
Yeah.
Oh, and
We got our tank back.
yeah, it's flying around.
Thanks, buddy.
Nice. So he's got to shoot him in the face now with the tank. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's right. Keep your carburetors clothed.
And that's Heisenberg.
That was a pretty bitchin' fight.
Now we just, that was fucking crazy. That cranked the
Heisenberg.
intensity of the fights up quite a bit. Wonder what Mother Miranda's gonna be like.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to top that.
I heard explosions. What the hell happened?
I dealt with Heisenberg.
Really, bro? You call
Now I'm
yourself
gonna find
Alpha?
Miranda. He's back.
Actually, we call him Alpha. Or is that his phone?
No, that's our phone. It's like it's just like the military code.
No, okay.
Ethan, respond.
What is that?
Does that make us Beta? Oh shit. What kind of fever dream are we having right now? Oh, is this Mother Miranda then?
Isn't she?
Probably.
She's everything to
So we're gonna just fight in the ruins of Heisenberg?
And
That'd be
then
unexpected. I would have definitely
With
anticipated more
Heisenberg.
build up to that.
You've lost your lead. What are you going to do?
I don't know, but I'm saving Rose.
You'd never know, do you? Even when I took Mia's place in your home. Poor Ethan.
Who are you? Where's Rose?
You know who she is.
I mean, yeah, we just read the document.
Yep.
Ooh,
Enough.
keep that up.
Huh.
Remember Evelyn and her power over them all? Rose is her successor. No. Rose is Evelyn's true, complete form. She will grow to fully control the masses. And I must have her.
Fuck you, you crazy bitch!
Calm yourself. Rose will be saved. The Megamycete catalogs all of us. However, she will be reborn as my
She's my child, not yours. Where are you? Show yourself!
Why did Rose come to be?
Oh, it's the witch.
So she was the.
Oh, she was the witch.
That's
You're
Yep.
a true specialist. But I've learned all I can. Your worth as a lab rat.
So
is
Rose is a more perfected form of Evelyn.
Come on,
Okay.
In the
face
first
me!
game. Within the 7.
Huh.
What's that?
Don't worry.
Oh.
Your death will come quick. You will join the Megamycete's records.
That is our heart.
Oh,
I will make
shit.
sure to
We need
sample
that.
your blood for later.
give it back.
Once dawn breaks, the ceremony will be complete, and I will become her true mother, bound for eternity in blood.
Well, I mean, hopefully he thinks he's growing a new one like he grew back his arm. Where's some of that chem juice
I've waited
when
so
you need it?
long. The dreams really can come true. Vessel nuns, I can't wait to see my true child again.
How does she turn into Raven?
I
Don't know. Alright, so now we're going to the castle probably to fight her.
I've confirmed the death of Ethan Winters.
No, we dead.
I wasn't
Game's
able to
over.
retrieve the body, but I've recorded evidence.
Share your screen, and I'll go over the situation. My team and I were careless. Yesterday, we took down the transformed Miranda, but we didn't kill her.
Who knew she could fake being a corpse?
Since Miranda could have infected Ethan, I forcefully took him and Rose with us. But the vehicle they were riding in was attacked. When I got to the wreck, Ethan and Rose were gone. The last time I was able to contact Ethan, I heard Miranda's voice. She murdered him. And she is not gonna get away with it.
We're playing as Chris
Huh.
now.
We are playing
Okay.
as Chris now.
So we're really dead.
Yep, Ethan's gone.
Interesting. Huh.
Probably not permanently, but he's gone.
What's that, sir?
Bad habit, Chris.
Right, and he's got in his early 50s, late 40s at this point.
Yeah. Oh, I can't talk too much.
We'll get her, Captain. The squad's ready for you.
Tell the squad to go home.
I still love, like, I am amazed that they made a reference to to boulder punching shit in 5.
We didn't waste any time.
They can land that helicopter successfully.
No, doesn't change.
Not
Well,
confident in these
and
guys.
he's also referring to the BSAA as a organization that he's unaffiliated with,
Failure's
right?
not
Like,
an
he's
option.
like, they took them long enough to get here.
Move out.
Roger.
K9,
Are
I
we
want to know
like
what the hell
gonna be like
BSAA
bossing
is.
the soldier dudes around,
Find out what you can.
Roger that. I'm on.
or do they just kind of die in the background?
I think we just hear them over the, yeah, then we just gotta hear them.
That was a pretty good twist to have Ethan die.
Thanks to your
Yeah.
recon, we know me.
Was not expecting that.
They just climactic.
Even when she ripped out our heart, I thought we might find a way to live.
Well,
That
now
is about the
we're,
most definitive way to kill someone.
True.
and the shit is really like,
Just burning.
the actual source of it all is like coming up out of the ground through the fucking buildings and shit.
And,
I've gone too
are we
far.
gonna fight those dudes? Oh shit!
So the BSAA is the organization that Chris was one of the founding members of, right? To
Right.
fight and contain bioterrorism. But even in 5, the first game with that group, there were laying like some hints that that organization was already corrupt
Everyone
and
watch
like
for
had
hostile
bad money running through it.
Okay.
Made contact with a group of hostile bioterrorists.
Let's do a proper job.
Yep. Yeah, we've got a little more firepower now.
Some grenades.
We got plenty of rounds for these guns too.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect Chris to go in like fully loaded. You know?
Right.
I mean, he
Well,
is
unlike
a
us,
veteran.
unlike Ethan, who had no expectation of what he was gonna be dealing with, Chris should be fully aware of how much equipment he needed to bring.
We actually do have a better knife.
Nice.
Chris. And then also our health is like an actual like injectable like medicine rather than just being,
Okay.
like, a liquid.
Cool.
Interesting. It's a bit like the equivalent of the boat people from 7, I guess.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Much more interesting environment, huh?
Yeah.
Well, and also like in some ways this almost feels like a better version of what 5 and 6 were trying to be, right? Because now we're playing as the hyper badass who knows exactly
Yeah.
what he's doing, and there's no like we're not really. I mean, we're a lot stronger, right? Our guns, we have a lot of ammo.
That's probably.
Yeah, we have pretty evil for you.
Let's go.
Hope they don't rape anybody.
Yeah, let's take them out before they go all evil dead on us.
Large mutated right away in sight.
Yep. Yeah. It is kind of funny to just like mow down shit that took us forever to kill. Right.
Didn't expect to see the BS.
Yeah.
Now he got us though. No.
Punched it, though.
Man, Chris is a little steroids or something.
Well, I mean, he punched that boulder in 5, so. I feel like he's less roided up than he was then, at least.
True. He doesn't look as ridiculous as he does.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was literally a giant fucking neck with, like, some limbs on in 5.
Yeah, it was like an orange on top of a refrigerator.
Honestly, 6'2".
Yeah.
Our night vision is, like, way cooler, too, than it was in 7.
Nice.
Just like the auto. Don't even press a button for it.
Umber Eyes, I need some backup.
I see. 200 to the point.
What is this dude doing?
I don't know.
Tried it.
Being a weirdo.
We're trying to work out a kink in his back.
So he did return to the village. It's just now on fire, and
Everything apart. Werewolf population is being affected though.
try out how good is this knife. Pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Oh shit.
Oh, you're out of here, bro.
Yep.
I think you just keep going.
Well, we actually have the ammo to deal with it now, so.
True. You guys know there's also apparently like a South Korean knockoff of the 1998 Godzilla?
What? No.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about that Paul Gassari one where it's like
That was in South Korea. That was North Korea.
Oh yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking of.
And then that was more of a ripoff of like the old school.
Yeah. Okay. What was the South Korean Godzilla ripoff?
It's complete trash. Oddly enough, they filmed it almost entirely with American actors.
That's a terrible idea.
They thought it was going to be a big budget hit in America.
Who was in it? Anybody big budget?
No.
Then I don't know why they thought that.
The movie was made incredibly cheaply.
Yeah, but they thought it was going to be a hit?
Yeah, it had a budget of like...
Got that umbrella logo on our movie injector too.
Yeah, it had like a budget of like 13 million or so.
Okay.
And the monsters look like something out of a silent film.
That's
you know what really makes that shameful? The Raid 2 only was made for $4.5 million.
That's true, but you do need more special effects or whatever to make a Godzilla movie.
Like, think about how like
you can do a lot more with less.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, there are some great movies that have been made for almost nothing. I mean, not that the Blair Witch Project is a very good movie, but that movie was made for like $16,000.
Book of Shadows is great.
Yeah, Book of Shadows is an amazing movie.
Right. Marking the target.
Roger that,
What was that werewolf though?
Cutscene, I guess, just took it out of the...
Just teleported them all.
Yeah.
takes a minute to turn the
It's like, excuse me, we're done with
We
you.
also have a fucking, like...
What is that?
Something came from the fucking sky that we just called. We called down like a fucking laser
It's like
airstrike.
the center of, like, where everything's coming from underground.
We have like a giant like laser
Yep.
aircraft circling around or something.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
reloading.
Still reloading.
Soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Captain. Reloading. Node is rapidly expanding.
We need some time. Oh,
You're right, Captain. Unless we have to make my C2.
Let me reload.
Punch it out.
Give me a break. Damn it, these things are using weapons.
Come on.
I'm sure they're thinking the same about you. Looks like it's about to collapse. Hold your horses. I'm reloading. Watch your horses.
Oh, a whole bunch of those dudes.
Right.
No, they're not that big of a deal if you actually have the ammo to deal with them. It's like being trapped with furry possession.
Some of them, though.
You got a great look at one of the
Yeah, I think dude.
Oh shit, they got you trapped in the corner.
How is this gonna come out of play?
Oh my god, Tom, you gotta come out of the closet. Me, John Travolta.
Yeah, I haven't had a second, okay?
Sage, you are taking too long.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to tap back in and do it right now.
Yep. Run away from him.
Just buy, like, some space.
True.
There's also some extra stuff over
Just
here.
point the laser at the target and leave the rest to me.
They left us prepared. Alright, you can probably take this thing out now, dude.
Shoot down that guy's stupid arrows.
Okay. You got something more accurate?
There we go.
I don't.
You gotta fire it short first.
Oh shit, you better do it now, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, 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 come on. There we go. Now that roasted him.
Mega Mike
Whoa!
Okay.
Alright.
Burn down the house.
I found a way down. I'm going in. The rest of you stay back.
Yeah, that's a great
I'll
advice.
hit them all with the village with a
Yeah,
song.
just don't go with Chris Redfield anywhere.
There's no
They'll probably
sign of
throw
the
a different
military
kills
song in the
around,
E-series. The stuff originated here.
Yeah.
Apart from whoever was aiming that artillery cannon, I don't trust any of them to even point their guns the right way.
Well, I mean, after the way that all of the soldiers got fucking taken out by Lucas in 7 in the expansion.
Guarding the Mega Mycete, huh?
Whoa, what is that?
It's kind of like the Werewolf King guy, but he's got a fucking spiked ball instead.
Huh.
That looks like something on a Dark Souls.
So there were multiple werewolf dudes.
Is it a werewolf dude?
He looks a
That
lot
one
like.
might even be
He
the
looks a
body
lot
that's
like
fucking, like,
Santa.
mutated more.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks a lot like Santa.
But he's not actually dead.
I think this might be the same dude.
He's or it's the Mega Mycene or whatever emulating that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, because the way she said it catalogs
Yep.
everything.
He does
Right.
have weird fungus tentacles coming out of his back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, the whole interesting thing is Ethan being added to its catalog. Like, everyone
Right.
infected's, like, mind is, like, in,
Yep.
like,
Never
the
have to fight, like,
consciousness.
a super Ethan at some point.
Good. I'll signal with the locator.
Oh, we're gonna shoot this dude from space?
Fuck yeah.
Or like wherever
I think it's
the
a
fucking
plane,
attack.
but yeah.
Yeah, still.
Space would be even more just awesome.
I mean, I don't know what this
I
weapon
think
is.
the dude just said he had to, like, fly the plane, like, closer to, like, the
Oh,
hole
okay,
up here
gotcha.
to get at him.
Yeah, I couldn't be sure what it was.
That's some wild accuracy, man, to shoot down into that hole.
It really is.
It's also crazy that it doesn't hurt you.
That's the amazing.
I mean, that's Resident Evil, but
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Chris has a special laser. Is it like a laser, or are we just aiming for a big cannon?
it seems like we use the blue to mark it, and then more blue comes down. So
Okay. You can't be sure it's all like this.
right, yeah.
Fuck you. Looks like it hurt.
I think we might have to hit him 3 times. Yeah,
Yeah, probably. It's always
yeah,
It looks fucked up, though.
yeah. Oh, it's hurt.
Oh, nope.
Oh no, that was it.
That was it.
surprising.
I'll
Nice.
keep going.
Giant crystal mace.
Rest
Nice.
of you, stay above ground.
Alright. Keep the little guardian guy. It's like 3 boss-like things in pretty rapid succession between
Yeah, I like
like
how the stakes in this game
So
really seem to
who
be
ran was the
ratcheting up.
fake Rio? Where's the real Rio? I doubt she saw any
Yeah.
further use for her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get any of this. How did Miranda even know Rose exists? A moldy little bird told her, maybe?
We can figure that out later. Focus on the plan.
What is that?
I found it. It's the make a
That's the
mess.
source of all
Oh
of
shit,
it.
it's a fucking fetus.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
shit.
like a giant
Yep.
fucking mutant
Gross.
fetus underground.
Doesn't have any wings though.
Yeah, where's the wings for our fetus? There they are. They
I
coming?
think the like weird like legs and like attachments it's got to up to the cave is basically what the wings are representations of.
Damn
Okay.
time.
I'd like to see it fly away though.
I believe I can soar.
Ow.
And 2 explosives armed. There's enough there to blow the whole village sky high.
Let's get out of here.
It's a very small explosive.
Not before I
Was it a
I'm
nuke?
not taking any more chances. I'm going in.
Roger that. Standing by. Captain, I have eyes on Miranda at the ceremony site.
When did Chris turn
Keep
into
your
a werewolf?
distance. Do not move until
I mean, that's definitely what the impression I got, that he might have been a werewolf based on, like, some of the cover images. I really think they just did that because it looked cool.
Okay.
I don't think he's actually infected with anything.
Did a false advertising there.
His team's also like, dude, you should have fucking said something. Like, even chiding him for
Right.
not being more forthcoming.
this must be Miranda's lab.
Creepy.
Alright, we got Miranda's lab.
Interesting.
Let's see. Got a
That's a mermaid.
subject name Salvatore Moreau, Kadu affinity low, brain function surprisingly low. The
Yeah.
Kadu doesn't cause drastic changes to internal organs, transforming them into organs similar to fish-like gills in a swim bladder. Another subject with irregular cell division, causing him to transform into a giant fish. The subject is unable to control this transformation. Too many defects, an unfit vessel for Ava.
Okay.
What do we got here? Is that like 2 swords through like a crest?
Yeah.
Subject name Alcina Demetresque, most favorable, brain function is normal, regeneration rate is incredibly fast, the subject can heal any external wound within seconds and grow her nails into claws. Rapid regeneration also means increased body size. Note, due to a hereditary blood disease, the subject must ingest human flesh and blood on a regular basis to maintain regeneration properties. I suspect that if the subject's regeneration is not properly balanced, then she may mutate uncontrollably, an unfit vessel for Ava. That's the horse.
Yeah, that's Heisenberg.
Kaido affinity incredibly favorable. Brain function is normal. Has electric organs similar to the electric ray. These electric organs are connected to the subject's nervous system, can therefore pass and control electricity throughout the entire body, allowing control of magnetic fields, which is used to move metal. Splendid specimen, still an unfit vessel for Ava.
Okay. Sun and the moon.
Alright. Brain function is normal, although severe mental illness. Physically, she's no different from a regular human. However, she can secrete a signal-producing substance which controls plants infected by the metamycete. When humans absorb the pollen from a particular flower, she can cause them to have hallucinations. However, she's mentally underdeveloped and has divided her Kadu among her dolls in order to control them from a distance.
Okay.
So that's your explanation for
Yep, that makes sense.
Alright. I think that's all of that. Alright. Oh, there's one of those again.
So that's what a Kadu looks like, huh?
Yeah, like it's like a miniature version of that big one.
The big
we saw.
one, yeah.
Let's see.
I was wondering what a Kadu was.
It's basically like a weird creature that's partially made of mold.
Like a shroomy fetus.
Yeah. Oh, there's Miranda with a baby.
Looks a bit more normal there.
There's Miranda with an older girl.
Yeah. There's
And there is the
hospital
connections with
ward.
Evelyn.
Yep.
That's Evelyn in her like cage.
Yep.
So Miranda has pictures of Evelyn in her lab too from Seven.
Interesting.
See, some guys in like winter clothing.
And with that one of her in the cage, wasn't that specifically with in Lucas's lab?
These must have been the first people
yeah.
to discover the fetus or something like that.
Snow people.
Yeah.
Dear Miranda, my deepest apologies for not meeting you in person. I would love nothing more than to visit your quaint village once more. However, I am incredibly busy. Then again, I suppose for an immortal woman such as yourself, you no longer remember this poor half-dead medical student in the snow. I have always cherished the revelations I came to 15 years ago when I stayed in your village. I was inspired by your research to think one could transform a human by infecting them with an organism, positively visionary. I knew that with that knowledge I could achieve my own vision for the next step in human evolution. Even after 2 world wars and humanity on the cusp of another, my conviction never wavered. I realized, however, through the many nights of intellectual talks you and I shared, that your conviction differed from mine. You hope to bring back a single dead person while I aim to change the world. Your experiments on the mold would not have aided me in my endeavor to achieve an exponential infection. I thought a virus would be more effective. This is why, my dear, I had to leave you. I still regret never telling you goodbye. My apologies for reminiscing. I actually have news that I thought might please you. I found the key to evolution, the progenitor virus, a virus found in Africa. Plan to start a company with friends and colleagues dedicated to the virus's research. I will call it Umbrella, just like the symbol in the cave we spoke about. I am one step closer to making my vision a reality. I hope you will be able to achieve your goal someday, too. You taught me so much, and for that I will be forever in your debt. Sincerely, your lifelong student, Oswald E. Spencer, founder of Umbrella. So they basically tied the mythology back together so that Miranda is the only reason Umbrella existed in any of the other games, even.
That's crazy.
Right?
Spencer, here.
And that's the Spencer Mansion. That's that's what in the first game, that's what that was called.
Well, it's interesting, too, because we've got all these hints that Umbrella, like, at least the symbol and all that goes back way, way back.
Yeah,
so
we
like,
don't know what the origin of that is.
What that?
Like even for Spencer, right? He just saw these cave paintings, right, and these symbols, and he took the symbol for his company.
Right.
But what about before that?
Yeah.
Right, what about before Miranda? Oh, let's see. It's Evelyn from 7. Miranda. There's Mia on the end.
Oh yeah.
Evelyn in the middle. There's that other guy that was like with you for the boat sequence in 7, where he like dies kind of right away.
Right.
Some scientists. Miranda in the second scientist to the right.
Yep.
That's Miranda too. So Mia has been around.
So
Miranda
she was
before.
there from the beginning. Huh?
Remember, Ethan never found out about Mia being part of this connections group.
Right.
Chris and the BSAA basically covered that up. And kept Ethan from finding out about it as like a favor to her because she gave them so much info on this group.
Yeah, that makes sense. Huh.
And my Ava, it's been 100 years since I lost you to the Spanish flu. I was so powerless back then, but now I can bring you back to life from the Megamycete. I had to test your new vessel's regenerative abilities. I took her apart and revived her in the Megamycete regulator, the Giant's Chalice. All that is left is to merge her with the Megamycete. The ceremony could finally begin. After I lost you, I was so stricken with grief that I wandered into a cave to die. And so I so wanted to be with you again. And so when I found the Megamycete completely by accident. When I touched the black substance, my mind was overcome with knowledge. The Megamycete breaks down and absorbs the consciousnesses of those who have perished. I knew that if your consciousness was in there too, then there would be a way to bring you back. I just needed the right vessel. When I returned to the village, I implanted the villagers with mold. That way I could control them, experiment on them. I have experimented on hundreds of people just to find you the perfect vessel. I even tried to increase the efficiency of finding a vessel by creating a parasite I called Kadu, and none of my experiments came to fruition. There were some like Alcina who were close to being perfect, but most turned into lichens. I was once approached by an organization who said they would assist me. I gave them some of the mold in your DNA, but all they created was another defect, Evelyn. Then again, not a complete failure. I learned of Rose thanks to them, and I knew she would be the perfect vessel. There was some interference, but I was able to verify her suitability. Now my research is finally complete. Ava, I have waited too long to see you again. So Evelyn in 7 was just a failed experiment to try and bring her daughter back.
Right.
And all of 7 was just kind of the consequences of that, basically. Here's where the real me has been kept for however long.
Well, at least she's still alive, right?
Start the ceremony site. Whatever she's doing, she's staying paid.
God damn. It really is you. I'm glad you saved me. Why are you here?
I was caught. Newston experiments.
Wait, did you say Mia? Mia Winters?
In the flesh. What's the situation up there?
Kind of a war going on. Nothing we can't handle.
Don't get distracted. Stick to the mission. I'm headed to the ceremony site.
Wait. You can't leave me here. You promised, damn it. You said that you would keep us safe. We did everything that you asked. We moved over here, everything. And I didn't care. So long as we were together. So you tell me, where is my husband? Where is my daughter?
Ethan is gone. I couldn't save him, but I can save Rose. Come on. It's not safe here after all.
What do you mean he's gone?
He's dead. I'm sorry, Mia, but we have to leave. We have to destroy this village.
No! You're wrong. I tried to keep this a secret, but...
Remember she kept talking about some secret.
Mm-hmm.
Or something she
I
did.
understand how special he is.
Yep, sure enough, not dead yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was shocked by that. Oh, his hand recovered entirely. Oh, is he?
There?
In the consciousness network.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he doesn't really seem like he's,
Because their
on
minds
Earth.
are kept inside of this hive mind thing.
Huh. So he's in the mega my seat, yeah.
How did I get here?
Guess it's cold in there.
Freezing. Shit. My body.
The laughing sounded like that doll chick again.
Maybe she'd be in here too somewhere.
Or is it Evelyn?
It's Evelyn from 7.
Ah.
How are you here? Dead? I mean, Miranda. She... no. I still have to save Rose.
It wasn't Miranda. You were always dead.
What are you saying? I can
Have they been
still...
playing this the whole time?
See? Miranda didn't kill you. You mean you didn't think it was weird? No matter how much you got hurt? Remember.
No, some 7 flashbacks.
Baker House.
Oh shit, we were dead then?
Jack killed us at the beginning of 7.
Huh.
Jack killed Ethan right then and there.
Damn.
3 years ago.
Remember Evelyn's whole thing was she wanted a family.
Mm-hmm.
Jack said, welcome to the family, as he throws you down.
Yeah.
The old family.
Huh.
Good way to tie everything together.
Yep.
Right?
Shouldn't be walking.
Well, it's cool that it adds so much to 7 too, that revelation.
Oh yeah, I think this makes 7 retroactively like even more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great question.
Yeah, whereas I thought it also faked me out because, the Miranda killed him. I was like, damn, that's a hell of a twist. Then he came back. I was like, that's kind of a cop-out. And now I'm like, oh, this is an even better twist.
Right.
It plays into all the questions that the audience would naturally be having about a lot of the video gamey mechanics.
Well, you guys were pointing out, right? Like when he pulled his hands off the hooks and he was fine.
And he stuck them back on himself,
when she cut his hand off and he just like put it on.
Is nothing but mold.
So we've been playing as a mold man, like mutant. since basically almost all of 7 and all
Tim,
of this.
why is Evelyn being so fucking mean?
She's not being mean. She's being honest.
In a mean kind of way.
We did kill her, to be fair.
So?
No.
All she wanted was to be part of your family, dude.
We are part of her family. We're both fucking fungi.
Yeah.
Save my daughter.
You're already
And that's why Rose is a fungus baby.
dead.
Yep, and that's why Rose is like the perfect vessel, because she was naturally born by 2 people who had been infected. So Rose is the perfect version of what they were trying, what Evelyn is like a failed creation of.
I just feel like our moldy cum wouldn't be capable of creating a baby.
Well, apparently it is.
I guess.
I mean, I feel like if the mold is such that it can attach, you know, a severed arm back to the body and have it heal and functioning normal, you know.
Well, consider all the
a fair
other
point.
Mutations it's caused and everything else. And
I feel like that.
it made werewolves and vampires.
I suppose it's
and
not the
evil
most unbelievable. Just wasn't something I'd considered. Oh, this dude picked us up.
You were having a night.
He picked up our body and,
So do we not have a heart now?
No, I don't think we do.
You sure didn't grow back.
It might have.
Yeah.
But I also think he's like...
How long have I been out?
You can just survive without it?
I'm glad Duke didn't eat us.
Duke, I need a favor.
We are moldy.
Yeah, he didn't want to eat any mold.
Yeah.
He at least likes his food to be
I'm
fresh.
already on the way.
I mean, it'd be like...
Wow, Duke's really pulling through. He's taking us to Miranda already.
Yeah. We gotta take back everything we said about his ankle.
His cankles are still dirty.
Yeah. He's still got dirty cankles.
Yep.
He's got like cheese foot, like Kim Jong-un did.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of foolish questions, who, what are you? Even I can't quite answer that.
Why?
I don't know. They're just trying to keep him mysterious, I think. Especially because, like, the Merchant before never played like a real role in the story at all.
Oh, okay.
So they make him seem like an associate of that guy.
Old world any longer. Are you ready?
What?
Yeah. I have to be.
Alright, let's go get in the fight. It's good. We definitely need it. Oh, can you go sell your shit?
Actually, oh, yes, we can.
I was gonna say, he's here.
Yeah, he's right there.
Get some more upgrades while you're out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sell some shit.
Oh, they kept the crit sequence short and sweet, didn't they?
Yep.
Cigar made in Cuba. It's just this Cuban cigar.
I believe this is a fair price.
Let's, yeah, make sure we got health and ammo, I
Yeah,
suppose.
get some health.
Yeah.
We always run out of that shit.
Let me look at what I have already and see what we need the most.
Please, be well. Thanks.
We got 3 health things right now. See if I can use it meat real quick too. I think we have probably more handgun ammo than anything.
Yeah, a few shotgun shells. We're not doing so hot on sniper rifle ammo no more.
So probably buy some sniper stuff and some shotgun stuff.
Maybe some
yeah, for the grenade launcher.
And then I can also craft some too. So I suppose I'll probably look at what I can craft first.
Right.
And then.
Good idea.
Well, Tetris, Sage.
Thank you.
Our health isn't looking too good at the moment.
It's not. We're going to have to use one right now.
Yep, and then we'll be able to buy another one.
Let's see here. Alright, well. Alright.
Explosive.
Yeah.
Yep, let's go in there prepared.
Right.
At the end of the game, it's not like we need to save up.
Yeah.
Preparation is more important now than ever before.
Even Duke agreed with us.
Alright. So let's see.
I saw you eyeing that one.
Ammo's pretty cheap, actually.
Yeah, surprisingly.
What was that, a mousetrap?
So, long barrel, which one?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a
custom
stock.
Stock, yeah.
Okay. Do we even have any of the weapons that these are for?
Just the revolver, I think.
Not all of them.
I don't think that's even a good upgrade.
Worthwhile upgrade, no.
Yeah.
You might as well upgrade the guns themselves.
Yeah, whatever.
One moment, please.
I want this to be powerful, so it's like.
We have a lot of ammo for it, and it's going to be our whole
Mhm.
weapon, so...
Right.
Did you buy more grenades for the grenade launcher?
They didn't seem to be on offer.
Oh,
Yeah,
they don't have
I
them.
don't think I
Oh, that
can,
sucks.
We'll have to
Unfortunately.
make more.
We can't, yeah, and we can't buy the materials to make it either, right? That's lame.
We cannot. God, there's so many upgrades for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd focus on
It's expensive, too, yeah.
Leave this to me.
Sniper rifle would also be a good investment.
Yeah, I just
And then,
wouldn't bother with the revolver.
I don't know if that's every upgrade that you can get for the shotgun. For as far as like there might be some attachments.
Yeah, right.
In fact, no, that's not.
Victoria Cora.
But that shotgun now, so on a new Game Plus run, I should be able to get the infinite ammo version of it.
Oh, sure.
And then, like,
Nice.
I'm neglecting our sniper rifle a bit.
Yeah, well, that's it for what we can afford.
All right.
Well, we're pretty well kitted out.
Yep. Let's go make a mess.
For your business to the last.
Nice. It's pretty solid.
You know, fucking Harry Potter trees.
Right. It does kind of look like the big.
What they call that? Walloping willow?
Yeah,
Whomping willow?
whomping
Something
willow.
like that.
Walloping willow.
Punching people in the face.
Like a fight with my second.
Yeah, maybe fighting them with the knife isn't worth it.
Probably don't need to sniper them.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, if you
That's true. I could.
get instant ammo, it does pull around. It's a lot tougher than the other zombies were.
Yeah, what a bitch.
Do more extra shots.
He's a bitch because he's tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, why are you being so tough, you bitch?
Yeah. Why can't
The
you?
trees are just puking them out too.
Why can't you be sensitive like a man? You know, gender norms are changing. You know.
That's a good point.
Can you just... God damn it. Alright, go. Get out of here. You done? Okay.
Sure, there'll be more.
I gotta keep going.
Ooh. This is fancy. I wish I had a tree for a dog.
You know how we should get health by just scraping mold off of bread and eating it.
Honestly, that would be perfect for him. Not like the... I still think my favorite is the bugs that you would eat as Joe.
Oh
The
yeah.
boxer dude in the 7 DLC.
I actually got that
Oh
baby.
yeah. That was gross.
My power is leaving me.
Rose!
It didn't work.
It didn't work. She just came out as normal Rose.
Huh.
Interesting. Your body certainly is normal.
Give Rose to me. No!
There's also a great little moment in 7, and I don't know
Once I
if
kill you,
both of you saw it, but there was a kind of optional little thing that you could see, could not see, where Jack knocks you down and cuts off your leg with that shovel.
Yep.
And then he
Yeah,
walks away and he puts one of the bottle of medicine on the ground and your foot, and he's like, I want to show you something. And he lets you put your foot back. Literally, they were telling you
they were
that you were a mold person.
Right. Huh.
But it was just
kind of weird, subtle enough, and kind of unexplained.
They didn't directly say that you were old,
but they
illustrated there was something odd about you.
Mm-hmm. Right. But then they laid the groundwork for. She looks like the angel of death in Hellboy too.
Yep.
That's that's kind of the main thing. Oh shit.
Now, please do not worry for little Rose.
Like her
I
little
assure you,
dance.
I'll provide her with truth.
It's kind of interesting how she has the kind of Russian Orthodox triptych halo kind of shit on her back too.
Get away!
Here I come.
That's very Eastern European.
There's nothing. I shall.
You can emerge from oh, what?
Oh shit.
I don't know what the hell that is.
They covered. Spitting at you or something.
Some type of fiery saliva.
How can you deny it?
Because it's our child.
Rose is my goddamn.
Yeah, you'd be pretty
Yeah.
if we were stealing your kid.
We already did kind of murder all of her children.
She didn't
even
love
like
them. Yeah,
that.
she didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
She would have had them aborted if she could.
Your time is up.
Instead, she shoved fetuses inside of them, which is the opposite of an abortion. So I didn't know that there was an opposite of abortion.
I mean, it's the closest thing probably to it.
I've never seen a human live without his heart. Are you sure? You won't need to think.
Is there any stuff scattered around this kind of area?
I don't
I shall
think
put
so.
you to rest.
It's a good thing we bought all this shit then.
We'd be in trouble with that old shotgun ammo.
Well, and the health.
Yeah.
No, you die.
Mercy saved me from the pits of despair. It granted me this splendid power.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
yeah,
right. All it's done is drive you nuts.
Accurate.
I do like that, somebody's horns that she can turn into.
Well, that's kind of spider-like one that she was just, is that second stage, is very reminiscent of the mutation
Wild
of the
West.
final boss. Not what I was thinking of, but I suppose if you want to go with that, you
Oh,
can.
shit, does that producer work on this game? Spider in it.
Gotta put a spider in.
Needs more spiders.
I'll tell you, that would have had a lot of spiders in it.
Yeah, it did.
Damn it.
Well, they weren't giant.
No, don't change the difficulty. We're good. We're fine.
Wow. That's really condescending.
Oh, it's done that every time, too.
Yeah.
Really? Like, the first time you die, it's just like, oh, are you a bitch?
You fulfill
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I don't know how I missed that the other times, but yeah, that's fucking condescending, dude.
Like, I'd understand it if, like, you died a bunch of times in a row.
Mhm.
You know, but, like, the first time you died, it's like,
It's like, listen, you can't do this.
I went through the health items too fast the first time.
Like, what if we nailed the monster to the floor for you?
What if we put it on a leash? Yeah, we put it on a leash and just...
How can you deny
Looks like you're having a tough time. Would you like to turn off the controller and just let the game play itself?
Right.
Would you like the boss to commit suicide?
You know what's hilarious is there is actually one boss that you can totally just get around in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
This old man, right? He's a sniper.
Okay.
And the actual boss battle is this really cool sniper duel across this huge forest, right?
Okay.
And you have to figure out where the sniper's nest is, and then he'll like move positions if you take too long to get to him.
Sure.
It's this really, really cool fight. But the guy is also like, he's got like a weird thing where he's like part tree, so he photosynthesizes, and he's like 120, right? Because he like, he can literally sit in a sniper's nest for months at a time because he literally doesn't have to move. He just photosynthesizes.
So he's like quiet and gives him his tits to get out.
Yeah, he's kind of, quiet but an old man.
I guess he could have old man tits.
I mean, he probably has some amount of old man titty, I'm sure.
Alright, can we talk about something else?
Alright, let me finish that story though. Okay. But then all of it's better topics.
I'm kidding.
But this guy is like super old, right? Like that's part of the thing with the character. He's this ancient like sniper.
Yeah.
And if you let's say you just decide to take a break, or for some reason you don't get back to the game for like a week or two, when you turn it back on, it'll just be a cutscene of Snake finding his body having died of old age when you weren't there to pay attention.
That's funny.
So you could fuck with the internal clock on your system to force it to happen, but like a lot of people just discovered that entirely by accident because they legitimately just didn't play the game for more than a week.
That's funny.
Alex, what's your opinion on old gnome tits?
Old gnome man titties?
Yeah.
Old man gnome titties? I'm not sure what order that should be in.
Nah, I'm not into it. That's, no, I'm sorry, man.
Do you have any thoughts on, what they might be like?
No, never thought about it. Not even one time.
I mean, you're kind of the gnome expert here, so...
I know very little about gnomes' anatomy. I prefer they have clothes on. I have seen some naked garden gnomes.
We mostly made you look at those.
Yeah, that was mostly because of you guys. That's an unfortunate trend.
Us forcing you to look at naked gnomes.
Well, the idea of like what I need in my garden is a gnome in a Speedo or a gnome. Yeah, just like
a pimply ass hanging out.
A gnome who's not wearing anything but except his beard is covering his belt around his
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? I don't understand gnomes, but whatever. If you got a thing for gnomes, but like, have your gnomes clothed.
I agree with that.
Like who's like, you know what, I mean, like, I already didn't like gnomes, but at least gnomes, when the garden gnome became a thing, it was like, oh, here's a gnome with a shovel, oh, here's a gnome with a hoe, like, now it's like, this gnome is a hoe, and it's like...
it's an interesting evolution.
Yeah. Like, so far, I mean, the naked gnomes are mostly playful, but yeah, how long before you get just, like, some really raunchy, offensive gnome? Gnome, like...
transforming, like, between all the stages.
Yeah. Get, like, a gnome fisting another gnome, and somebody puts that in the garden because it's fun, like...
Yeah, I feel like you'd probably get a lot of questions from your neighbors about that.
I don't know. I mean, like, they managed to sneak the naked gnomes in there, and most people seem to be okay with that. Like, you know... What I'm saying is that the morals of society are decaying, and you can tell... Well, you can just tell... At least
tell by the gnomes?
Yeah, the gnomes are a good barometer of, like, how far society has fallen.
I like that for a long time, though.
What? The gnomes getting, like, weird?
Well, like, any sort of garden creature things, you put in your garden. I think there have been things like that for decades.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the gnomes are the only ones that are naked.
No, that's not true. I remember seeing this catalog of like garden kits.
So you're telling me there's a fucking plastic flamingo with a big floppy cock, or like?
Let me finish.
Okay.
I remember seeing in the garden catalog when I was a kid, right? My mom got this stupid magazine.
Okay.
I don't even think she subscribed for it, but we got it anyway.
Okay, sure.
And one of the things that was regularly on offer was called the Piccadilly Butt. And it was this little garden troll with his finger up its ass. And it wasn't wearing any clothes or anything. I mean, you couldn't see its junk.
Are you sure it wasn't a gnome?
No, it was a troll. It had little horns, didn't have a beard. It was like fat.
Okay.
Like blue-gray skin, maybe.
I don't think it had. I don't think it had color.
I didn't even know that there were people who were like doing anything other than the gnomes, and then you got
Seriously, things. There's Piccadilly nose, there's Piccadilly mouth.
What's a Piccadilly?
It's like it's picking like an orifice, whatever an orifice is listed on the.
So
it's like the Piccadilly nose has its finger up its nose, and like.
I mean, man, like when you put something outside your house, it says something about you.
It says you picked your ass.
Well, it at least says like, ha ha ha, picking asses. Like, I love it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like if you're like,
oh, damn.
Like, what's the cutest thing a satanic troll could do? Like, pick its fucking ass. Like,
well, I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Oh, I'm glad there aren't flamingos with like tits.
There might be.
I don't think so, dude.
You think that might be a thing?
No, I don't. I really believe that that's not a thing.
I don't know.
We really used up all our ammo, huh?
We still have sniper rifle ammo.
Well, I also died, so we're back.
We're back. We're back to square one. We had some sniper rifle ammo left at the end of the last run.
We really don't have enough health. Is the problem.
Well, we got all the health we could.
I know, but that was only like 3 of them.
Yeah.
This fight seems to go on forever.
I mean, for it to consume all that ammo means we are just unloading into this creature.
There's nothing.
Now, I will say, if we're living long enough to use up all our ammo, I guess that's good in the health situation, but
right.
It would be better if
Who knows how much more firepower we need, though? We can't get anything but what we got.
Exactly.
Which is a problem.
You understand that?
Yeah, where's that tank when you need it?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right.
We are occasionally picking some ammo up here and there.
Just, I mean, definitely not anywhere near at the rate we're losing it. I'm tired of her stomping on us.
Don't worry.
That's what people were looking for in this game.
Well,
they were looking for somebody else to be stomping. Shit. How do we avoid her stomp?
I just kind of gotta try and run in one direction and hope that doesn't land on you.
You can't like block it, so it will damage.
You can a little bit. Sometimes it catches me off guard.
All it's done is drive me nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's
After all,
weird that, people put that kind of stuff in their gardens, and it's not just gnomes and trolls either. Like, there are little, like, garden berries you can get that
No, that's true.
probably are underground. Oh, you can shoot those, though. It's handy. Yeah, so it wouldn't shock me if there's some sort of weird, it's a sexy flamingo thing that you can buy to put in your garden.
Well, I mean, we know that furries.
Oh, you
are
found
things,
one?
so.
Oh, no, it's gnomes eating a dead flamingo?
It's a zombie gnomes eating a dead flamingo.
That's actually pretty cool. I'd put that up. See, there are some good gnomes out.
I don't have anything against the yard flamingos. No,
I don't either, but I mean, that's actually pretty cool. Zombie gnomes are okay by me.
Let's see.
They're still gnomes.
I guess grenading her when she's doing that is actually pretty effective.
Where you coming at? Where you coming from? Where you coming from?
now, Mr. Winters, I think it's time we left things in my hands.
How'd she turn the lights off in her cave?
I don't know. Candles are still lit too.
Yeah. She blew all the candles out, baby. I guess she couldn't see that.
Sage, did I ever show you that thing about that gotta go flamingo?
Is that a flamingo you're peeing?
Is this a shit?
Yeah, it's one of those kids' toys where you make the flamingo take a shit.
Why?
Because that's what kids,
Why is that a thing for
that's what kids' toys are now. They're just
Shit?
things that shit.
Why?
Like you make the shit, and then you make the thing shit, and then you play with it shit.
So, is there like a Charmin bear toy that can go with it?
Nah, I mean, from what I've seen, there's dolls, and there's apparently this flamingo. The flamingo actually has some really uncomfortable looking shits. Like, you can watch it shit, and it's just like...
Does it look like it's in pain?
Yeah, it looks
Toy
like...
sold in Germany.
No, it's an American toy.
Alright.
Apparently, American toy company executives have just determined that the number one thing kids want is to mix up different kinds of shit to put inside their toys, and then they sell you a little toilet to go with the toy, and then you make the toy.
You hold the toy flamingo over a toy toilet?
Yeah, and then you push a button, and the flamingo shits.
So I'm guessing this is aimed at like kids who are being potty trained. It's like to kind of help them learn.
I don't think so. I think it's just like the idea is that shit is fun.
That's the best explanation I can come up with for why that is.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. If you see some of that stuff, like, and how, like, the toys, it doesn't seem to have any educational value whatsoever.
To be fair, most things don't have.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you know, I don't think it's to help you learn how to poop in the toilet. I think it's basically like, ha 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 ha, I made the flamingo shit in the toilet. This shit is like, the shit's like that silly putty, kind of thinking putty stuff.
Okay.
So then after that, you can like roll it around in your hand.
Oh, so you shitty putty. Play with bird shit.
Yeah, basically.
Shitty putty.
Yeah, shitty putty. And
kids, you see that animal picture over there? You can play with it shit.
Yeah, basically the idea is, I think the idea is that these kids will be able to go to school with their shitty putty, and then they'll be like, I'm playing with bird shit, and nobody knows. Like this,
So, like,
this
they're
is their
switching the
shit.
shitty putty out
Take it
for
away from
actual
them and
bird
throw it
shit?
in the
or-
trash?
Yeah, there's shit in my pocket, you know, like there's
Wait,
this shit.
are you saying that these kids are getting this toy, but then they're throwing the actual silly putty away, replacing it with bird shit, so that they have an excuse to play with it?
I do not think you said that.
I didn't make that claim.
Alright, well, maybe I made some stuff up there, but...
Oh, this is a new part.
Yep.
To ensure I never see your face.
There you go.
Fuck you, lady.
You take your wagon wheel home.
I believe that is it.
Nice. Fuck you, Mother Miranda.
My daughter!
We'll never get to play with the potty flamingo.
My daughter can't get the shit toy she wants.
Gotta go flamingo, the only toy that shits, and then you can take this shit to school with you and show all your friends.
The whole cocoon was just, the entire surrounding area was just made of that shit.
Huh.
I think it's doubly bad to give that to your child, because not only is it teaching them, you know...
We better get Rose a gotta go flamingo.
I guess, man.
Yeah, it's the hot toy.
But not only is it gross, but like, and something you shouldn't, you know... But like, aren't the teachers gonna throw it away?
Yeah, I suppose.
They're gonna take it away from them, and they're gonna toss it in the trash. Oh shit, we're dead.
We only lived long enough to save Rose, huh?
So that wound was fatal.
Damn.
Not that hard.
So we were just running on like pure rage.
Basically, rage,
Okay.
adrenaline, just like the goal itself.
That kid's gonna be so fucked up.
Ethan!
I mean, at least she'll grow up to have like fungus superpowers.
True.
Come on, Ethan, wake up.
I mean, that was one of the few parts of 6 that I did kind of like, was that
Yeah.
they brought the little girl from 2
shit.
back. And it was...
Oh, is the fetus awake?
He did it. It's finished.
Well, he hasn't blown it up yet.
Ethan, we gotta move.
I think that's the actual meat of message.
Okay.
I think this will be the shortest video that we've done for this game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I mean, it's
We're
hour
basically
29
done.
that we're at
Yeah.
right now, and I mean, all that's left is cutscene, so.
Huh.
Keep moving, Ethan.
Got a classic
There's a bomb
Resident
in
Evil
that thing
monster
that'll blow
now.
this whole village sky high.
Right. They love to just pull out some crazy big
When I hit
shit
this
at the
trigger, we
end.
can't
Yeah.
get anywhere near it.
Cronenberg with a motherfucker.
Ah, damn it. Mia's waiting for you. She's alive, you hear me? Alive.
Man, I'm so sorry.
It's interesting that even in this moment they kind of refrain from showing what his face actually looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of an audience stand-in to the end.
Yep.
You tell yourself. Oh, come on, it's not that much
That'd be
further.
funny if they did show it. It looks like one of your Dark Souls characters.
It's just a horrible, horrible monstrosity.
Watch over her.
It's like, good God, Mia, what did you ever see in him?
God damn it.
Huh. Well, Chris is Rose's new daddy, I guess.
Goodbye, Rosemary.
Huh. Makes you wonder what 9 will be like if Ethan's not the main character for that.
Right,
you wonder
well,
what
Chris
their other-
perhaps?
Yeah,
I wonder
maybe.
what their other kids would have been named, like Time, Ginger.
Oh yeah, look at it, just like...
A lot of spice names are technically names. I mean, Ginger is a name.
That's true.
It's a name for either a dog or a stripper.
Rosemary. What are some other spice names?
Pepper's a stripper name.
Yeah.
Dog. That's also choosing a stripper or a dog.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, those are kind of like its wings, right? Like having
Yeah.
grown out.
That's cool. Bye, fetus.
Also, like, I mean, it's explicitly told that even Miranda stumbled upon this thing that was that had just kind of been in the earth already.
Right.
So, like, I really do wonder, like, if we're at any point going to get a more in-depth explanation.
take us up
Remember,
now.
there was that one note we found that was like a knight speaking in like older English.
Yeah.
Talking about like how even to his time period these like cave symbols and stuff
We're old.
ancient.
Yeah,
So I'm
right.
like, and 9 is supposed to be the end of the series, like the end of the
Get
main
moving. We have to get
like,
clear.
Resident Evil games having a
We
number
can't go,
attached to
not
them.
without my husband.
I gotta
So-
apologize for lying. There actually aren't that many spices that are also names.
Yeah, no, because we ran out.
I'm kind of thinking. I'm like, nah, oregano. No, nobody's
dogs.
named oregano.
What's going on? What?
Yeah.
I'm surprised some of these soldier dudes actually survived.
I'd like to introduce you to my daughter, Arugula.
Arugula.
This is my son, Ghost
What was
Pepper.
that?
Sit down.
It's like, well, let's call him Bay Leaf.
This is my baby Parsnip.
Paprika.
Paprika is his name.
Is Paprika a name?
That's her name.
Is it?
Oh, at least when we read Japanese movies.
Oh.
I think there are people that probably have
So
that.
we could all escape.
Well, that
Never
is
met one.
the end of the Ethan character.
That's crazy.
I mean, unless they pull
Yeah,
something
until
out 9 and
Snake
it's like,
Yeah.
haha. It seems pretty definitive now.
Yeah,
Plus, it's
see,
not like it was a
Especially
camera.
because we did have a scene.
They already gave us a fake out and then
a
faked
really
us out
good
again.
explanation for it to
Mhm.
happen the one time.
Yep.
So, yeah,
So it would
be
seem
cheap to
just
pay.
gratuitous.
Let's put Darth Vader over there.
Of course, with BSAA Europe HQ.
So this is interesting. The BSAA is now using deploying bioweapons.
Someone's got
I think BSAA sounds like an insurance company.
Bioterrorism Security something assessment. Assessment Alliance or something like that, I think, is what it is.
I don't think that's what it is.
No, that's what it is.
What do you think it is?
Yeah, what's BSA? What's the acronym stand for?
Slut sex anal advisor?
That's pretty good.
What kind of advice would you need?
I don't know.
like wash thoroughly, don't eat Indian food.
To be fair, there are a lot of people who do not follow this advice.
I mean, there's a lot of people that don't wash thoroughly.
I have to say, man, like, you ever go into like a bathroom stall, like in like a public bathroom, and you can tell somebody was having explosive diarrhea, and just
Smaller.
no, just they couldn't, because they couldn't. Well, not the ceiling, but the wall. Have you ever seen that where you could tell somebody almost made it to the toilet on time, like they were in the process of pulling down their pants when they just shat on the fucking back wall? You ever seen
no.
it? No, I saw that several times at the mall when I was working there.
Oh God, I tried to use the bathroom once a day at the most when I worked at the mall.
But I mean, I feel like, you know, if you were in that situation and like you know, you were trying to do some like anal action or whatever. Like you'd be like pricking a water balloon, right? Like, like on the way in.
That's scarier than anything that happened in this entire game.
But I feel like, I mean, that's what would happen though, right? If somebody was on the verge of explosive shit, then you're like, you know.
Yeah?
Like a torpedo on like a U-boat, you know?
Bombs away!
Yeah, right? Like,
oh, God, dude, that's horrifying. That's yeah.
But that's why you need to call the BSAA and be like, hey,
that's what the purpose of it is.
Hey, like my boyfriend was in a chicken wing eating contest last night. Would you advise that?
Also going back now, it's pretty clear all these things.
Yeah, they all make sense now. Yep.
The four bosses.
Right.
Clearly Heisenberg.
And so those gear, the things they're taking, those are Rose's body
the way
parts.
They were all offered as gifts too, and then the Heisenberg being the one that tried to make the deal with you, and kind of being the odd one out here.
Right.
It's kind of interesting.
Because it's also the same as on those books towards the end of the game, where you see like the Heisenberg book has the horse on it.
Yeah.
Her parents
The actual rest of the story.
all day and at last arrived. With rampant rage, Father fought the witch, while Mother's loving touch shattered the dark enchantment. But the witch was strong, and Father yelled, "Save our daughter!" So Mother bore their child to safety as the forest was consumed.
So Chris was the mom in this story?
No, I mean Mia was supposed to be the mom. It's just it's not a 1-to-1.
No, I know. I was just joking because Chris ran away with the baby.
Well, you know what is funny though is there was a mod.
Will be haunted by nightmares of getting lost while picking berries.
There was because I mean anytime a game comes out on PC, right, the modders are going to get to work pretty quick.
Right.
And one of the funniest ones I saw was they had replaced Rose's baby head with Chris's head. So like they were carrying around this little baby with Chris's
Chris's
fucking
head on it.
49-year-old head.
That's funny.
Amazing.
Especially like the very opening cutscene where they're reading to the baby. It looks in particular funny.
Nice.
Another good mod I saw for this that I was like, I whoever thought of that was a genius. But do you remember Scary Movie 3? Like decently well.
Yeah.
Do you remember the cop that Charlie Sheen interacts with, and when they go to those moments, it's like every time the camera cuts like to the away from the cop lady and then back again, her hat's bigger. Do you remember that like weird little
kind of?
It was like by the end of the scene, she's like can barely get in her car.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Somebody did that mod with Lady Dimitrescu. So like every time you turn around and look at her, her hat's just like a little bit.
Nice.
So some videos like their hat's like as big as the courtyard, like covering up the other enemies in the area.
That's funny.
Great.
There's a few.
Nice.
I mean the shit 50 or instantly when it came out they replaced Lady D with the Thomas the Tank Engine as like her face.
Oh, okay.
Which is
a common mod.
It's a common mod, especially with Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
Like every Resident Evil game, they've modded Thomas the Tank Engine into the
Why?
I don't know.
Why? I don't know. But yeah.
But it's just they did it once and then they feel the need to do it every time now. It looked like way worse than what she actually like mutated into now.
Okay.
Because it wasn't just that they replaced her with the tank or with the train.
Like Thomas was part of that.
They cut Thomas's face off the train and then replaced her face with his face.
Oh,
so it actually looks pretty fucking weird.
Sounds awful.
It's creepier than the game itself.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What'd you guys think? What are your
overall, I actually did think I thought the game overall was an improvement on 7. I did enjoy the atmosphere of 7 more, but this game was definitely like had more staying power throughout because, like you said, there's a solid
towards the boat sequence. So I do appreciate its commitment to more of a consistent team.
Right.
But this one stayed fresh throughout, so
constantly changing what it's doing.
I will say this game pulled back on the like total suspense
Yeah.
of 7. Like 7, you always feel like something's gonna come and like stab you in the neck, or
Right.
like. And this one, you know, you knew when you were in like the more like horror focused scenes.
Right,
I mean, you
right.
spent a
Which
decent.
the bit of the Ento house kind of being
Yeah.
the main one.
Yeah, right. But then, I mean, like a lot of the game felt much more action oriented.
Yeah.
It really
Not
is
that that's
kind of the
a
perfect
bad
blend
thing.
of, like,
Yeah.
the old style of like 4 through 6 with the action, but then
Yep.
also, you know, with just the right amount of suspense in there.
Yeah, like it
right.
still kept enough of the tone of 7
Yeah.
to where it's not.
Mhm.
It didn't go like full action with it.
Right.
But then again, it's a blend of 4 basically.
Yeah,
and 7.
right.
And I'm excited for when we get around to doing 4 on here, because you will really be able to see like, oh well, that was a reference to 4, or this thing is like, you know, oh, they mimicked this in this part, and they mimicked
Right.
that. Like, there's so many things about it that interesting. That the Plague Doctor costume there is in the concept art. That's what the Ada character from the older games kind of looked like.
Okay.
Which is also interesting because they had this idea that they were going to include another kind of older legacy character, and then they didn't end up doing it. So I'm really curious what 9 is going to be, especially because they went
Right.
for such a heavy subgenre change, right? Like from 7 being like Texas Chainsaw, Hills Have Eyes kind of a vibe, to this being, you know, Dracula's castle, gothic
Right.
European village, kind of classic monster horror.
We have a different tone shift in there.
Right, like what do they even go for in the next one? Because
I feel like they used up all their classic horror tropes.
well, you know what, a small detail that I noticed, and I can't even remember if it was in this game or 7.
Yeah.
But, you read a file somewhere in either the Chris DLC for 7, or it was somewhere in here, and I just can't remember which. But it specifically referenced the lab where the Connections created the Evelyn experiment that led to
Yeah.
7, being somewhere in South America. So I wonder if they could maybe go for like
Mayan shit or something.
yeah, like go for like maybe like a
I mean, if you're gonna go with like classic,
like Latin American
if you're
mythology
gonna go
type
with
stuff,
maybe if you're gonna go with like
Chupacabra monster,
classic
I don't know.
horror genre or whatever, that definitely feels more like kind of like Cannibal Holocaust, lost in like a rainforest kind of
Yeah.
type like feel. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
that would
I
be
don't
kind of
know.
cool.
I'd be absolutely fascinated
Yeah.
to just find out what it is.
But I'm just trying to think of like your classic horror tropes or whatever for like South America, and I think those
Right.
like rainforest, like kind of like I don't know if it'd be really PC to do like Cannibal Tribe kind of stuff
Yeah,
anymore.
maybe not
but
that exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know,
did.
but-
You have to be very careful with how you.
I mean, I think you could get away with like these are not humans like these are mutant creatures,
Right,
and then do
yeah,
something
sure.
nice.
It's risky because
Somewhat.
you fall into the trap of being too much like 5, which had that very. It kind of deserved that criticism.
Oh.
5.
What's happening here? Is this Rose grown up?
That's Rose.
Okay.
Touch the moon? Nobody can touch the moon.
Her,
It's
like-
too far away. Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
High school age or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Now,
Yeah.
it's an interesting question that is not answered here. Does she age rapidly like Evelyn did? Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
Far into the future.
Right, or is this actually a time to skip? Right.
Well, this definitely makes me feel like Rose might be the main character of the
And that's
next
fine.
game.
That's totally
what I was
possible.
wondering.
Yep.
And maybe if you're playing as Rose, perhaps then there is, you know, then you basically get kind of all the original characters for the final. If it's the final game of the series,
Right.
You maybe get kind of all the old characters playing more NPC roles, kind of like Chris did.
Sure.
for
Yeah.
most of it.
Right.
But because I mean, I don't know, like you've got Leon, Chris, Claire, Jill, all these big main characters that have,
Mm-hmm.
Sorry I missed last week.
you know, dropped off the face of the earth.
It's coming up. You know how it is.
Is that Chris?
Talk of the goddamn devil. Duty calls.
I was gonna say she is kind of dressed in a way that says like FBI or something like that. So
Yeah,
Young
she's
to be
like,
an FBI.
yeah, but I
But
mean,
if she's a like mutated expert,
Yeah.
well, she's probably being kept
Mhm.
by either the BSAA or some other organ, maybe the Blue
Right.
Umbrella or something like that.
Situation. You're
No, I
needed.
mean, it sounds like she does shit.
Evelyn.
Don't you ever
Okay.
call me that again.
Oh, it was just a joke, Rose.
I can show you things even
was a
Chris
pretty bad
doesn't
joke,
know
dude.
I can do.
Also, her understanding of who Evelyn is. It's, again, a question that is not answered here.
Right.
But is it possible she has a tap into the like consciousness network?
You to keep it together.
Definitely possible, yeah.
Like if there is a way, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like.
Well, did the kind of consciousness thing survive?
That's a good question because that if the big
The
thing was blown up, maybe it
metamycene or
didn't,
whatever.
But then she also, perhaps I don't know. Perhaps she is tied to.
Sure.
Maybe if as long as like someone that is connected to that power is around, perhaps there's still some form of it.
Sure.
I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, that it could be Rose. It could be Chris. It could be.
Right.
I mean, again, you've got you basically have like 4 major like series protagonists that the series has been like switching back and forth between.
Right.
You know, over and over again.
Oh, well, here you go.
Yeah, it's
And it's going to say the daughter story begins, yeah. So, yeah, next game's going to be Rose. That's more interesting than it being Chris, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think Chris was a more interesting character here.
Sure.
As a
side character.
As more of a side character that they could
Right.
kind of focus some cutscenes on and kind of.
Well, you even got to play it as him for a tiny little bit
I
there.
mean, and maybe they could do that with the other
Yeah.
old characters.
Right.
You know, maybe where. You know, maybe you get these little sequences.
Oh, there's all your challenges now.
You can get that lightsaber.
I can start working on the lightsaber, yeah. Because if we go into the bonuses here, yeah. So
Oh dear.
Oh,
So these are Chris's weapons, so you can buy these so that you can
nice.
use them in the main
You got
game.
enough money for some of them, at least right
Get
now.
mercenaries mode here first.
Any of them like kind of cool besides the lightsaber, or they?
I think everything else is like a more general.
What's a rocket pistol?
Yeah, that sounds badass.
Fishman main story on Village of Shadows difficult, so it's like the ultra hard
Oh, okay.
To get that one. And then that, yep, there's the lightsaber. That's the starting gun. That's the other.
You can buy infinite ammo for at least one gun now.
Can get that one. There's a
You
couple.
can
There's
get
a shotgun.
for the
too.
shotgun, yeah.
Grenade launcher.
Nice.
So I mean, there's a lot that you can kind of.
Right.
The stake magnums. That's another magnum.
That's pretty dope.
Assault rifle. So there's like several weapons that you could get in the main game.
We can get a Dragoon. What's a
character.
Dragoon?
That was Chris's machine gun.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then it's just like concept
I was gonna say
art,
that sounds like a pirate weapon or something.
character models and stuff.
Okay.
Dragoon is like a kind of old school like cavalry.
Right. Yeah.
I do like this just because like you can really kind of look at the actual like design work of.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, they're all fairly affordable.
Yeah, a lot of this is actually not too bad. I mostly want. I mostly really just want the lightsaber.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, yeah. There we go.
Cool. Well,
That was fast.
that was Yep.
Not a super long game. Probably honestly pretty similar in length to 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. I think I told you guys this both already, but Capcom announced their E3 showcase, and that this game would be part of it.
Okay.
And the only explanation for that I can imagine is that they'll announce some sort of
DLC,
or
yeah.
extra campaign, whatever that is. I don't know, but maybe they'll do something with that Ada concept that they like kind of had.
Yeah.
That they kind of tossed.
That would be cool.
But yeah, we're done with this. I don't think we picked a game for sure to go with next.
No.
We've got a few different options.
Yeah. I know we want to play some more older Resident Evil.
Yeah. But
we were talking about doing
Outlast.
maybe Detention and Outlast, and
there's a few short ones too.
Yeah.
Especially if we wanted to play one that was like just like, we could just do this in an evening.
Sure.
Kind of thing. There's a few shorter ones for sure. But hell yeah. There you
nice.
go.
All right. Cool.